All right. Okay. Very good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me? Yes, and see your screen as well. Yes. Can you let me know if you can just on the chat box so we can start? Yes. All right. Okay. So first of all, before we get into anything, right? I think I'll give you all like a few minutes. If there is any of your friends on the group, maybe or maybe on your any whatever school group, right? If there's anyone who has not yet joined, you can maybe pass on the Zoom link to them and ask them to join. I'll give you like a 5 minute period for that, right? And then we'll really get into the topic. Okay, so until everyone else comes, I just want to check with you all. Am I interrupting your evening nap? Your the nap that you have after your lunch? You know that good, nice sleep. Yes, no, because of your because of this seminar couldn't have that. Had to wake up and come because of that. No, actually, even I would have actually had a small nap if not for this seminar, right? Okay, so nice. Okay, some people have just woken up. No problem. So I'll guarantee you, right? I'll guarantee you that this 2 hours will definitely be a 2 hours that is much worth, right? Much more worth than that, that evening nap that you have, right? But I know that evening nap that you have, is little priceless. But whatever said and done, I'll make sure that whatever I tell you all will be a bit more priceless, right? Than that. Something really valuable, something, that you all could learn a lot from. Okay. Right. Just a few concerns. I know you all must be eagerly wondering who I am, what am I doing? What is this fellow all of a sudden he's having a seminar, right? What on earth is happening here? I'll let you all know. We'll wait for a few more minutes, maybe until everyone joins. So I'll just let you all know. Okay. Now, since this is a Zoom conversation, maybe sometimes in the middle, you all might have a few connection issues, right? You might sometimes not hear me, right? If that is something on my end, I'll try to sort it out. But if you feel that is something on your end, right, I think the easiest thing that you can do is leave and join back. All right. So the link is there on the group. If there's any issue in the middle, okay, leave and join back. We'll just hope that there is no issue on my end. But usually, sometimes I also do have some issues at times. But let's hope and pray that there is no issue on my end. And also, one more thing, there is exciting news. So I'm starting a revision class at the end, right? So I'll let you all know about that later. So there is a small quiz at the end once we finish this session, right? It is a few MCQs, just 10 MCQs, right? Which we will play in an online website. I'll let you all know how and all. Okay, you all need to have two devices for that. So uh, through that quiz, right? Whoever who is in the top five, okay. So it's a very easy quiz, very easy MCQs. Unit 1 to 4. I think you all would have covered unit 1 to 4 somewhere in school. So I just kept it from unit 1 to 4. I didn't go on to any other units. So from that, right? If you all do come in the top five, you all will get a free score for month number 1 of the revision class. All right. Okay. So I'm guessing everyone is here and there is no issue. We'll start. We'll start with finding out just who I am or what on earth are we here for? Okay, right. First of all, what is this session on, right? Or who is this session for? Okay, this session is for all students writing A levels in the year 2022, right? That is next year, August, and writing it in English medium, and also with the intention that y'all are also doing economics in the commerce stream, or even maybe in the art stream, that y'all are doing econ in English medium and doing it in 2022. For anyone else who does not fit into that criteria, I don't think that it would really be valuable this session. Maybe you all could leave halfway. Maybe you all could still stay listening if you all think that you could get something, but it is ideally for all the econ students. So what is this session on, right? In this session, I will not be teaching economics, right? I will not be teaching any concept to scarcity, opportunity cost, BPC, demand supply, no, right? This session will very simply be, I will show you a path, a road, right? That you can take if you really want to do really well in A levels. When I say really well, is not just getting A, it's something more than A, right? Something that you can definitely get, maybe something like an island rank, right? Maybe a little bit of a dream. Guys, just want to check with you. Anyone here who thinks that you're, you know, no, now forget about having this seminar, forget today was not there. At least before this, you had this goal saying that, you need to get an island rank. No, Nathan, Anikam passed not that. Is that what you were feeling? Anyone? That you somehow need to get an island rank? Yes. Yeah. Still have perfect. So I'll take you there, right? Not an easy journey, right? But a journey that will definitely be worth it. I'll show you a way. There can be different other ways. I'll show you the way that I went through, show you the way that I'll be helping you all out with. There can be different other ways. Listen to my story, listen to what I have to say, see if that is applicable for you, see if you can get something out of it, create your journey through that. All right? Okay. So before we get into anything, we'll first get to know, for my theory class students, you all must be knowing who I am, right? But for the rest, in case you're wondering who is this fellow going on and on about an island rank and doing everything else, okay, so I'm Arshad, okay, and what do? I do teach economics, A-level economics, okay. So I do have a current 2021 batch, a 2022 batch. There is 2021, there's a revision class, there's around 100 students. 2022, there's around 30, if I'm not mistaken. So there are students who learn under me. And okay, a bit about me, a little bit of background. I am studying at the University of Colombo, Faculty of Management and Finance, right? I schooled at St. Thomas's, Mount Lavinia. I did my A levels there. And okay, a bit more interesting things. Any guesses on when I did my A levels? Year? I'm hoping that year is not there in this. Okay, anyone guesses? When do you think I would have done my A levels? Now you all are doing A levels in 2022. Me? Okay, so I have a lot of correct guesses. So okay, right. Okay, so I think most of them know me. Okay, so okay, give me like a second. Uh, Hold on. All right. Okay. So, okay, I did A levels in 2017, right? Not long ago. Not long ago. Now you all must be wondering, who is this fellow who did A levels in 2017 coming and talking to us? All right. Or why is he talking to us? Uh, just to let you all know. Okay. So in the year 2017, I was also someone just very, very much like you all, right? Who was there, sometimes lost, sometimes knew what I was doing. And I had a lot of things ongoing in school as well, from Rotaract to not Rotaract, Interact to prefectships to different clubs and societies to different things. And yes, while managing all of that, I was also able to be in the top 50 in the island, right? So hopefully, I'm not saying that I was the first in the island, but somewhere there. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to give you what I did or show you that part so that you could also come there, right? Because I know I am a person who is not a I was not a person who was studying 24/7. I want to break that misconception, right? Because some people think, you can only get an island rank only if you study 24/7, always sitting front in class, and only then you can get an island rank kind of people. That is what the mentality all have, right? So what I want to do is, through this session, I want to break that ideology that you all have, and I'm going to give you all a path, right? What you all could do, how you all could balance everything. Come on now. Okay, just a bit of reason, right? Why did you all choose commerce as A levels? For A levels, why did you all choose the commerce stream? Any particular reason? Anything? Hmm? Waiting for reason? Or commerce was the only option? Any reason? Okay, so I'll just give you my thought behind it, right? Why I choose commerce is because one is I don't like this thing. Can you record this session? I'm recording session. If you want, I'll give you all the recording after this, but recording is not going to make much use. Okay, right. Okay, why commerce? I'll be very honest with me, right? One thing is I wanted to have fun during A levels, right? Not this, I definitely knew that I'm not the person who could commit to do maths or science, right? And, this biology and chemistry and physics is not going to work with me, right? So I also got 9 A's for O levels, but just because you get 9 A's, you don't have to go and do bio or maths. You can do what you like, right? So I definitely wanted to have a good time during my last few years, not studying. So was involved with a lot of things and did studies also, did really well. So I'll show you that part. Stay tuned. Okay. That's a bit about me. Anyone, any other questions about me that you're going to know? That's I'm not going to talk about me after that. Any other questions? Okay, there's interesting questions. Anything else? Anything important? Not questions like, are you married? No, I'm not married. Anything else? Nothing? Sure. That was the only doubt you all had. How did I improve my English? I think it's again by practice. I'll show you all how did I. I'll show you all how. I'll show you all apart, guys. Don't worry. There's a lot of questions that come. So a few questions that came just went up. So I'm sorry I missed a few questions. Y'all can send in your questions on the chat box. Let's go and stuff. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it very very soon. All right. Okay. I heard that I'm in a complicated relationship. Not that complicated. It's very direct. It's a very nice one though. Okay. No, I'm not a paper marking examiner. Right. Okay. So guys, I'll come into how to study, what to do, and do all of it. Okay. Uh yes, short notes, all of it. We'll talk. Okay. So this journey, right? Where y'all are, and what is up for you. Okay, there is 100 different questions, guys. I'll come for your questions, right? You all, guys, I'm hoping all from the 2022 batch, 21 batch, your levels is not going to postpone. 22 batch, also, you all will have it in next August, most likely. All right, okay. So the journey that is going to change your life, okay, I'll tell you a big turning point, right, in everyone's life is A levels. Okay, how well you do it or your attitude towards it is going to define what are you going to do for the rest of your life. Okay, so if you take it now, you're already halfway there right now. Started studying last year. Now you all started A levels last year. Now middle, one more year to go. So you're halfway there, right? If you can really get this halfway done, you can be completely blank at this situation. Perfectly fine. But 6 months later, if you're completely blank, then there is a problem. Okay. So right now, even if you're completely blank, that's fine. You still have time to catch up. Okay. So don't worry at which level you are. I will show you a path for no matter what level you all are. Okay. We'll just, since this is a topic about an island rank, I'll give you a bit of numbers, right? Some interesting numbers that you would like to know. Okay. So on average, there are around 100,000 students who do A levels in the commerce stream. Around 80,000 do econ. But now, if you take the commerce stream, you can have accounting, business studies, econ, maybe accounting, business studies, something else, something likewise. In the entire commerce stream, right? So you have 100,000 people, roughly. Now, this is not the exact number. You have roughly around 100,000 people doing A levels. Okay. Now, when I say an island rank, guys, everyone has an island rank, right? Everyone who passes gets an island rank. Your island rank, even 50,000 is an island rank, right? But when I'm talking about an island rank, I'm talking about a good island rank here, right? Let's say among the top 100 in the island, that is a really, really good. Even among the top 1,000 is really good, right? But we'll just target for something higher. Why do you want to settle for top 1,000 when you can get in the top 100? Okay. So we'll say, right, if you want to really become out of the among the top 100 out of the 100,000 people out there, as a percentage, how much is that? Can you all see a number over here? From the 100,000 people, only 100 people end up in the top 100, right? So as a percentage, that is 0.000.001%. That is such a very low percentage that actually gets into the top 100. So I'll show you how you could get there or what you should do to get there. But I'll tell you, I'm not going to sugarcoat the thing. It's not an easy thing, right? It requires a lot of commitment. It's definitely 1 year to go. If you can put in that effort, if you can put in that commitment, right, everything is possible. Right? You don't have to be the person who had 9 years for levels. You don't have to be the person who is first in class. You don't have to be the person who studies 24/7. Even right now, you all could start and you all could definitely achieve that. Okay. Then, okay, this is about the number. I guess if you there are 100,000 people that you are competing with. So from the 100,000, if you really want to get in there, get in the top 100, there is a lot of work to get done. Then I'll just give you a little bit on the Z scores, right? This is like a very common question that a lot of people have asked me. Okay. Now, if you look at now, I'm hoping that you all know that once you all do A levels, you all get something called the Z score. We'll not go into how to calculate the Z score. In very simple terms, the meaning of a Z score is how well you do compared to the average person, right? So, how well you do compared to the average person. Okay, just a normal question. I think I've asked this before as well. Now, let's suppose, right, there are 100,000 people writing A levels. Let's say all 100,000 people got 100 out of 100 for all the subjects. How much will their Z score be? What do you all think? Just giving me a rough number, anything that you all feel. There are 100,000 people, right? Everyone gets 100 out of 100. That's the highest possible mark they can ever get. How much do you think their Z score would be? Hmm? Give me a second. Okay, so in very simple terms, guys, the Z score will be 0, right? Because Z score is about how well you do compared to the average person. So if every single person has 100, that means you're also just like the average person, right? You're also just like the average person, no? So then what is the entire point? So for you to have a very good Z score, right? For you to have some very good Z score, what should you do? You should, right, have do something way better than the average person. All right. Then this numbers over here, right? Just about the Z scores and different numbers. Okay. Now, commerce students, right? Students who are into commerce, okay, there are different fields that you can go to. Now you can't go and do engineering, and you can't be going and doing medicine, right? There's a different bit of options that you all must be looking at. So some of you all must be looking at management, maybe some of you all into IT, some of you all maybe want to go to do law, right? There are different fields. There are many options, but I highlighted over here a few good options, right? A few options that I would personally recommend, that if you all can, to go, right? There are more than options than this in a local university. I'm just giving you a few really good options. Okay. So if you look at Z scores, right? If you're looking at law, do law. Anyone planning to do law? Law, lawyer? Yes. Okay, there's a pretty good amount of people. Okay. So if you want to do law, okay, the best place to be, okay, or the only place to be, right, to do a proper good degree, a local degree, that is obviously that is foreign ones, right? A good local degree, a good place to be is the University of Colombo, right? The Faculty of Law. Okay. So what do they do? Right? They take around 250 people, only 250 people. And for that, you need a Z score of somewhere around 1.96. Now you all must be wondering how many marks I should get this 1.96. That I'll come to that. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. You need a Z score of around 1.96. I'll just tell you, right? There are people. Okay, Peradeniya, do they have a law faculty? I'm not very sure, guys, but the best for law is Colombo. Okay? I'll just tell you, last year in the 2020 batch, I had a student. She had 3 A's, right? 3 A's, huh? 3 A's. Her Z score was 1.2, right? 3 A's, her Z score was 1.2. So 3 A's, maybe let's say she had the most minimum 3 A's, that is 375. Do you see that, right? Do you realize that even getting a normal 3 A's, even getting 75 for all of your three subjects will not make you eligible to any of these good universities or good degrees? So remember that, because 3 A's, A is 75. So let's say the student had 375, 75, 75, and 75. Still, her Z score was only 1.2. So do you see, if you really want to get into a place like this, that you need to do something more than a A. So all of those people currently planning at, I'll get an A, that is enough, right? I think you should definitely do. Should definitely target for something way more, something like an island rank. At least you'll hit a little bit low. That's fine. So okay, 1.96 for law, if you're into law. And anyone into IT wants to do IT? Yes. IT, there are different places that you can be, but a very good place is uh, the IT degree at University of Moratuwa, right? Moratuwa, they do have a good good degree for this thing. Apart from that, Colombo also has different places there, but I'm putting the best only here. Okay, so University of Moratuwa, again you need a EZ score of around 1.83. And then for management, if you're looking at management, right, what usually every commerce student ends up at, okay, at University of Sri Jawaharlal, you need a EZ score of around 1.83. Colombo, that is where I am, you need a EZ score of around 1.74. Then there is something called a business science. That is a new thing that's into analytics and stuff like that. Started from University of Moratuwa. A good place to be. You need a EZ score of around 1.73 now, because these values can change. This is based on the last year's cutoff. Okay, I'm just letting you all know. And then maybe last option, I'll say maybe University of Kelaniya. UOK is Kelaniya, UOM is Moratuwa, UOC is Colombo, USJ is University of Sri Jawaharlal. Okay, so those are the rough numbers that you all will be looking at if you really want to do something. So I'm repeating, if you even get 3A's sometimes, if your 3A's is only around 75, 75 and 75, your Z score will be only around 1.2. So you still will not be eligible to any of this, right? What universities have business management? So this is management, guys. Jawaharlal has, Colombo has, Kelaniya has, almost everyone has, right? But whatever said and done, target for one of these three maximum, right? Maybe Sapporo, maybe Colombo. Personal preference is Colombo, but fine. Whatever you like, you all could go into. Okay, now the biggest question. These numbers don't make sense to us. What makes sense is how many marks we should get to get these numbers. Now that is what we are interested in, right? So now, how many marks should we get is not a question that I can answer. Because why? It differs every year. Because why? Remember I told you, yeah, Z score is based on how well you do compared to the average person. So sometimes you would have scored 90, but everyone else also scored 90. Your Z score is very low. But let's say you scored 90 and everyone else scored only around 50. Your Z score is now high. So I can't directly say, right, how many marks do you really need? But with what I got, I will tell you all a rough number. Okay, so this is not the exact number. I'll tell you all a rough number. Okay, so the subjects that I did the normal three subjects. I did the commerce stream, right? With ICT, yeah, other than business. I'm not very sure. I'll come to the questions, guys. Okay. So I did the common three subject, that is accounting, econ, and business studies. Right. So now there is a trend where people go into new subjects. They don't do the normal three. They go into different stuff. Uh, Z scores differ according to subjects, guys. That's based on how well you do compared to the normal guy. Okay. Right. I'll just give you okay. Now there is a very common misconception, right? A lot of people think, if I don't do IT, if I don't do something else, if I'm only doing the normal three, I can't get a good DZ score. I can't get a good, island rank. That's utter rubbish, right? I did the normal three, right? I did the normal three subjects: accounting, econ, and business studies. I was there in the top 6. Okay, so if anyone who is thinking, no, this person is doing IT, I'm not doing IT, so maybe the IT person can get a good EZ score. This person is doing English literature, right? Different things. There are stuff that does not have to happen. Okay, then if we look at the normal things, okay, so I'll just talk about me so that you know rough marks that you should get. Okay, I got a EZ score of 2.2. Okay, so 2.2 means I could have gone to any of this which I wanted. So highest for a commerce person is law, 1.96. I could have gone to any of this, but I went to University of Colombo and did management. Now to get that 2.2, I'll just give you, because I personally know how many marks I got, right? I'll let you all know that. Okay, so my results sheet, right, for economics, I had a A1. Okay, if you all know, there is A, right? Your A is also categorized. Now that will not come in your this result sheet, but if you want a detailed one, the one that comes to school, you all can get it from. Okay, in your normal screenshot that you check on the website, it does not show. But in detail, if you want to look at, so for econ, I have a A1. A1 is like your 75 to 100. No, A is that is also classified, right? So that is more than 93. Okay, then for business studies also I have an A1, that is also again a bit more than 93. Okay, for accounting I had a A3, that is the lowest of the A's. So you have A1, A2 and A3. That's the lowest of these. I don't know why. I was good at accounting though, for some reason. Okay, that is between somewhere around 75 to 82. So in very simple context, I have two 90s and one subject that is between 75 to 82. With those marks, I was able to get a Z score of around 2.2. Okay, so then your question will be, if you want to get a Z score of, let's say, somewhere around 2, or let's say 1.9, right, at least to get into, let's say, a good place, I'll give you your rough marks that you need to get, right? Ideally, we'll look at maybe 190, 185, and 180. Three subjects: 190, 185, and 180. That could give you a 1.9. We're looking at around 1.7 of a EZ score. Okay, maybe even 380s, right? 380s will be fine. I did in 2017, guys. Okay, if you did it there, even 380s will be fine. So that is the kind of marks, right? That, guys, I'm not very sure about the art stream and everything, but I'm just giving in general context the numbers, right? The marks that you need to get. So those are the marks that you need to get. So knowing that beforehand is very, very valuable, because you know, after 2 months before A levels, me telling you this is no point, because you can't get that. No, all of a sudden you can't get a 90 or 80. But now you can definitely plan your year ahead, and you can definitely go there. Okay. So okay, any questions on this? Yes, these are general marks, right? I will not guarantee. I'm just saying based on what I got, based on what I feel, what are the marks that you need to get. Okay, in general context. So that's mine. I'm repeating. I had a Z score of 2.2, and I had 290s and one subject between 75 to 82. So if you can hit that range, you all should be able to also end up with the in the top 50 in the island. If you can get 390s, that is definitely among the top uh, 10 to 20. Highest Z score a person can achieve, there is nothing like that. That comes on statistics, guys, right? Usually it is within 3, but there can be situations where it goes more than 3 also. Okay. Yeah, A2 is somewhere around 83 to 92. Can I do ICT after econ, after doing econ in A levels? That depends on your school, guys. I think I'm sure there are people, guys. Is there anyone uh doing IT and econ both? I'm very sure there are things. Okay, general knowledge, because general knowledge does not matter, right? Your what you do for your mark for general knowledge does not matter, but simple said and done, you need to pass your general knowledge paper. Okay, English does not matter at all. Even if you fail English, you can get your university entrance. But come on, don't fail English. Okay, English medium students. Okay, general knowledge you need to pass. To pass, you need more than 40, right? You need more than 40 only if you have more than 40 and this. Okay. JIT is also not compulsory, guys. So your JIT and your general English, that doesn't matter for university. They don't really care. Okay. If you got all 100, if you got all 100, it depends, right? You might have a 3 depending on how well the other people did. Okay. Right. That is the basic numbers and what you need to get. Then now we'll look at how do you get to this place. Okay, now a bit scared, did I make you all feel bad? You thought you were at a level of a 75, you were very comfortable. Now I gave you some big numbers of 80, 90. Felt a bit scared? No? Felt a bit scared, no? Little scary, you were happy earlier. Earlier you were very happy, 75, I am okay. Now you see that 75 is not going to be enough. Okay. So now I'll tell you how you can get there. Oh, what you can do that? No, guys, your English, general knowledge does not affect your Z score. Okay, don't worry. Only your main 3 subjects that you do affect your Z score. Others don't affect your Z score. So don't worry about that. Okay. But come on, just because it doesn't affect your Z score, please don't fail it. Okay, because it's not nice. Come on. English medium students failing English is bad now. Okay. Right. How do you get there? Now, to talk about how do I get there, I am now not going to talk about every subject. I will be talking in detail about economics, because that is what I, kind of know more, right? General knowledge, how can you improve? Ideally, your normal stuff, guys. Normal, for some reason, I don't know. I think I got lucky in the general knowledge paper. I had a 93, right? I had a 93 for uh, the A level general knowledge paper. That was even more than the island first in my year. So I there is island first screenshots that goes around in groups and Facebook. So I just checked in that screenshot, the commerce and the maths and the bio, all the people. My that was better, but that was MCQ. So maybe I got a little lucky in a few MCQs, and all the whatever khana that I underlined also would have become correct. But whatever said and done, it was more. But in simple context, so if to talk about the general knowledge, I don't think there's anything that you can study there, right? General knowledge, right? General knowledge is general knowledge. Uh, it's about just I have some idea about the news. I'm not a person who watches news, but have some idea about what is happening around. There is a lot of IQ in that, a lot of maths and stuff. I personally am a little better at IQ. I kind of can handle those questions. So that's that, right? A bit of maths and stuff are there. All right, okay. Back to our main thing. Okay. On if you need to get that iron rank, if you need to get in that 90 for your subject, there is four things that I would want you all to have, four things that I want you all to definitely look into, right? Because all four of them equally matter. Okay, so pay very, very close attention and do understand. If you have any questions, please ask. Okay. Number one, before you do anything, right? It is very, very important to develop a liking towards what you do. Okay, I can't understand your English, guys. Okay, so then I think you're in the wrong place. Okay, first thing is to develop a liking towards what you do. Okay, now you, okay, in very simple context, if you don't like the subject that you're doing, okay, so you all know three subjects. One is if you don't like the subject, two is if you don't like the teacher, right? Sometimes the subject is good, but this whole teacher, you don't like the person. Now that has happened to me during O-level science, right? I'll just be very honest with you. I remember during O-levels, okay, now in grade 10, always we have 2 years now, guys, grade 10 and grade 11. So in grade 10, we have this, let's say, a very old teacher, right? Old teacher for econ, not econ, for science, right? She was very experienced, now around 20, 30 years of experience, but very good that, her teaching was supposed to be good, but, nothing goes into our head, very experienced. This son, he doesn't understand our generation, he doesn't know what we have. So nothing goes into our head, every single term, it's around 40s, 50s, that is where my marks were. Okay. And then we went to grade 11. For some reason, that teacher retired. Right? She retired, she went off. Now in grade 11, there was a very young teacher, right? Good looking also. Right? So she joined. She joined in grade 11. This is the first time she's teaching also. She was just after her degree, I guess. Right? So what on her case, she did not have any experience, nothing. But whatever said and done, she was from our generation, right? So maybe around 5, 6 years elder to us. We could relate to her, right? She understands us. So she might have not been the most experienced person, but we started liking her now because she talks about stuff that we like, how she, I don't know how to explain that, but whatever said and done, all our, what people from our class, we actually started liking her, right? So even when there was extra classes, maybe after school, we were the ones who was going, right? Even early morning, if there was an extra class, we would have gone, right? Because why? Not because her teaching is the best, but because we like her, right? And the moment we start liking the teacher, the next thing that happens is now you need to impress that teacher, okay? Because otherwise, what if you score very bad in your subject and now the teacher will feel bad? You also can't face the teacher. Now you are liking the teacher, you also want the teacher to like you back, but okay, now if you score bad, this teacher is not going to like you. Now what do you start doing? Right? So now what me, my friends and everyone, now we actually started studying now, right? So we like the teacher also, we don't cut the class, we go to class, right? For some reason, we started studying. I'm not saying we went from 50 to 100 the next day, right? Little by little, we started studying, right? But at the end, a subject that I really hated, right? I got an A for it, right? Or I don't know, for some, I just hate science. It's never my thing. Okay. So the most important thing to get anything done, right? The first thing that you need to have is you need to start liking the subject, right? The teacher and the subject has to go hand in hand, right? There can't be you like the teacher, you don't like the subject, or don't like the teacher, like the subject, can't happen that way. You need to like both of them. Okay. That is one important thing towards getting things done. Okay, because if you feel your teacher is mad at you, if you feel this teacher is always waiting to punish you or get something done, then it's not going to work. That is number one. Then number two, right, is having a proper vision and a plan, having a goal in very simple terms. I'll tell you what my goal was, because without a goal, you're going nowhere. Okay. If you don't have a goal, uh, if you don't have, uh, let's say, a future vision, what you're going to achieve, then there is no point at all. So, in that simple terms, I'll tell you what my motivation or what my goal was. Okay. One thing that I always had in mind is that I've seen my parents, it's very hard to, pay in the fees, right? Every time they have a school fees, it's very, very hard to pay in that, the class fees that they pay, right? So I'm not the only child in the family also, right? So all that expenses, okay, I felt that at least after I finish off my A levels, that I need to remove that burden of them. That was my goal, right? What I want to do is I definitely did not want to have my parents spend for me for a, let's say, a private education or something like that. So in very simple context, my goal was to make sure after A levels, I am self-sufficient and I'm not a burden for them any. So to do that, but I definitely know that I need to study, right? So because of that, my only option or my only target was to somehow, no matter what, to get into a local university, because I know it's reputed, because I know it's free, right? And currently I am, and I'm doing a really, really good job. Okay. At least for me, I think I'm doing a really, really good job. So that is one. Now, you also might have different goals, different visions, right? What you all need to get done. But if you don't have one, I'll just tell you, right? A very simple one that you all can build is do it for your parents, guys, right? That is the biggest motivation that you can have. And trust me, the satisfaction that you get, right? Now, I remember the day I checked my level results, okay? That happiness, or that, the tear of joy in my parents' eyes was priceless. Okay. And that is something that all of you all should work into. I am pretty sure that all of you all, right, you all love your parents, right? No matter what, at the end of the day, it's them who is there for you. So that, if you can give them that satisfaction, because for almost now 13 years, they've been sending you to school, to class, to everything. You're right here in this class also because bought you a phone or a laptop or everything. Okay. So they've given you all of that, right? Because now, honestly, they will tell you, right? They will tell you, even if you pass A levels, it's fine. Even if you get three C's, it's fine. But trust me, right? Every single parent, okay, deep down, okay, deep down their heart, they might not tell you that, they want you to do really, really better. Okay. They want you to do really, really well, right? Not just pass. They might tell you, it's fine, you just pass, that is fine, we'll see what to do. But deep down, every parent, right, they want you to get, maybe, let's say, at least a 3 years. That is what they are doing. So that can be, right, to impress them, to do it for them. That could be your motivation. So if you don't have any motivation, if you don't have anything, right, so maybe some days, you don't feel like studying, just, you know think about your parents, think about all what they've done for you, do it for them, guys. It's just 1 year to go. If you give your best shot in this 1 year, okay, trust me, life is kind of sorted, right? You have impressed your parents, you've done everything that you could. Okay. No, guys, I didn't go for any extra classes. I only went for a group class for all the three subjects. Okay. From now, if you start for 2021, that's in the one that's coming in 3 months. Now, that's a question that is definitely a question. I will not say that if you start now for 3 months, it would be an easy thing to score, but you can pass. But that's definitely a question. I'm targeting this for the 2022, right? You all have 1 year to go, right? Trust me, anything is possible with the right mindset. So, one, start liking the subject, right? Number two, is have a proper goal, have a proper vision, something that is going to motivate you, something that is going to drive you to get it done, because that journey is not easy, right? Today, right now, after this class, you will be very pumped up that I need to start studying. But tomorrow, right, you'll go back to your original you and you'll start feeling lazy. That is where that motivating factor comes in, right? That fact, it's a now or never thing, guys, right? Now or never. You don't have uh you don't have ages and ages to get it done. Okay. So proper vision. And then number three is, right, now you can't get A levels done alone, no guys, right? Getting A levels done alone is almost impossible. You can't self study and do A levels. Did I do WT? No. Okay, number three, right, is to have a proper teacher to guide you, right? It can be your school teacher, it can be your tuition teacher, anyone. So I personally, I went to school, right? I learned from school, and I went to one class. I didn't go for 100 different classes, right? Because I was okay with the subject. Maybe some people who were weak, they went for around two classes, but I was okay with the subject. So I went for school and I went to one class, only one teacher, right? So one is to have a proper teacher. Now that teacher has to be a dependable person. Okay, you can't be having a teacher who is not going to finish the syllabus. You can't be having a teacher who is going to just give you a printed tute and not explain anything, or a teacher who is going to waste time in class dictating a note, right, and not teaching you anything. That thing is not going to happen. So I'm hoping that you all are smart enough to figure out who a proper teacher is, right, and select that teacher. And then it's not just your teacher, guys, it is the people that you associate in these 2 years, the friends that you have. That is what I'm highlighting here, called, I'm saying, a circle, right? A motivated circle. Guys, your circle is your closest friends, right? Having a proper set of friends, right, who will help you, who will motivate you, who will take you in that right path matters a lot. Okay. People with the same mindset like you, people just like you, right, who want to get it done. So having a proper teacher and a motivated circle is very important. Just think about who are the friends that you're associating, right? If the people that you're associating are people who are just going to pass, then that is not the person who you should. Maybe it's a really good person, right, but that's not the person that you can do your A levels with, right? I'm not saying just cut off all of your friends, but think, right? Your circle has to be people, right, who are also having the same goal with you. So having a proper teacher, it can only be your school teacher. You might be a person who's not going to any tuition class, all that's fine. But make sure that at least that one teacher who is there is a proper person, right? A person that has done it before, a person who knows the path, who knows what he is doing, who has a proper plan, right? Someone who will execute that plan, not just the person who would give them the talk but not walk the talk. Okay, so that has to be another thing. That's point number three. Okay, my extra class teachers, I went to Imran sir and Dylan sir. I don't know if you all know them. Just, I'm sure pretty of at least some of you all must be going to Imran sir, no? Okay, number four is your attitude, persistence, and hard work. Now what is this attitude, persistence, and hard work? I'll come into that. Okay, so I have a different slide for that. Okay, how do you get an A, or how do you get something more than an A? Okay, what do you need? First of all, 60% of everything that you do depends on your attitude, right? Your attitude towards the subject, your attitude towards getting it done. You might be the, weakest person in class. You might be a person who has studied nothing in econ right now, but even today, if you develop that correct attitude, right, that you will get it done no matter what comes, right, no matter how hard it gets. If you have that right attitude, you can get. I'll be very honest, right? There were things that I would have never understood during class, right? But with that right attitude, what do? I at least go and watch a YouTube video on that topic. I at least Google something. At least I take my past paper book out. I try and do some questions and see if I can understand that part. That is where your attitude kicks in, guys, right? If you feel, oh no, this is hard, I can never get it done, with that attitude, you'll never ever get it done, right? So the very first thing that you really need to focus on is your attitude. You need to always have that can do attitude, right? I can get it done, guys. I'll tell you in very simple terms, right? I'm not a person who studied 24/7. I'm a I'm a person who had a very chilled out A level life, had a girlfriend also, right? Uh, was a part of different stuff, right? But still got it done, right? Not because I studied 24/7, but I hope, right, that I had the right attitude, right? I guess I had that right attitude. So I was also a person who would have, cut classes, gone out with friends, sometimes, in class you're fallen asleep and not a person who sits in the front row, I'm the person who sits in right in the back row, right? When you sit in the right in the back row in a physical class, sometimes you can't even see the board. But the teacher has a mic, you can hear the teacher, but you can't even see the board. You look at your friend next side, see what he is writing. You say, look at the next fellow, and whatever they are writing, also you write it down, right? So that was the situation that we've studied in. So get it out of your head that to get an island rank or to do whatever things, right? That you should, be studying 24/7, this and that. No, right? Yes, you need to study. I'm not saying without studying you can't get it done. Okay, but it's your attitude, guys. Okay, and one very important thing that I'll give you, a very important tip, right, about how to save a lot of time. Some people say, I don't have time to study, I don't have, I have a lot of other things going on. The very, very important tip is that when a teacher is teaching, right, maybe your tuition teacher, maybe your school teacher, anyone, when they are teaching the concept the first time, right, listen very carefully, right? And get that into your head. Let's say your teacher is starting a new section. It doesn't have to be a new unit. Maybe in a unit, a small section she's starting, right? Pay very close attention during class when the teacher is teaching. Grasp it, put it into your head. If you get that done, if you have any questions, then do ask. Now, right now, class is all on Zoom. No, you can just drop a text, right? So when you do ask that, okay, if you grasp that concept, right, the very first time, go to class, don't cut the class, guys, go to class, understand the concept, any problems, ask, put that into your head. Trust me, you will save hours and hours of study. Because otherwise, what happens? Why do you take hours and hours to study? Why it takes so long to study one unit at times? That is because you've never understood it, because you've never gone for classes, you've never gone to school and listened to it. If that is the case, now every line that you're reading, you're not understanding. But if you were there, right, if you were there in class listening attentively, right, that is nothing then, right? You can easily study that unit. 1 hour you can even finish a unit off. So for all those people asking me how many hours I studied comparatively very, very little hours, right? That is because during class I pay attention. So when the teacher is teaching, I make sure it goes into my head. After that, I have all the fun that I want. Yes, I have cut a few classes, but I make sure whatever class I cut, I catch it up, right? At least, you know, get the note from someone or do something, watch a YouTube video or something, and I catch up. So that attitude, right, needs to be built. Because there is no amount of how many hours a day that you have to study. It's about how, if you are very smart enough, if you have paid very close attention to the teacher, even from 1 hour, you can get the unit done. But if you have not paid attention at all, then it would take you even 2, 3 days to study that unit. So that's about that, right? So it's not hours, it's about if you can get that unit done. Okay. Number two, once you have the right attitude, it's your persistence. What is persistence? Anyone mean? What does persistence mean? Basic English? Anyone? Guesses? Persistence? What is persistence? Okay, consistency, never giving up, continuity. Exactly. It's about continuing, guys. It's about never giving up, right? Now, today, okay, today after this session, after I show you how you can get this done, and after I show you a few things, you're very pumped up, right? I need to work for this. I can work for it. I'm getting that. Tomorrow, back to your normal routine. No persistence. Persistence is where you continue, right? You need to be consistent day and night, day after day after day after day, because it is never an easy thing, right? I'll personally be honest with you, there were days, right, nothing goes into my head. Today is definitely not the day that I can study, right? But that persistence comes little by little. You can't go from nothing to studying 5, 6 hours a day. Start with a little, right? Start with, let's say, half an hour a day, little by little, right? Little by little, add. Maybe every day you add 5 minutes more. At the end of the month, how many hours are you studying then? You're studying way more, right? So start with small. Don't set now. When I say start studying, don't set a 5 hour study goal tomorrow. If you have never been studying all this time, you definitely can't study 5 hours tomorrow, guys. It will never ever work. Nothing is going into your head, right? Have smaller goals, right? Start with half an hour, one day, half an hour, perfectly fine. But little by little, you need to improve it and don't take a break. So, you know what we do? We do is we study for our term exam, holiday month, off, gone. After that, again, can't remember now. A whole thing gone. After that, now when you start studying, Nothing is going into your head. Can't concentrate. You need to play with your phone. That happens because you don't have that practice. You need to have practice. You need to consistently, right, work on it. Half an hour. So start from tomorrow. Start half an hour a day. Next day, 35 minutes. Next day, 40. Little by little. Maybe if you can't increase, okay, never mind. Stay at 40 itself, right? Little by little by little by little. It has to happen every day. The moment you take a break, that whole thing is gone. And it's about having that streak, continuity. So that is what persistence is. If you really want that island rank, you definitely need that as well. And then, right, if you pack with classes, guys, just think about how many classes you're going to. See if you're going for unwanted classes. I'll be very honest, I only went for 6 classes. That is 3 revision classes, 3 theory classes. That's all, right? If you're going for too much of classes, then that is also a problem. That is also wasting a lot of your time, right? So select the teacher that you can go the journey with. If you're really weak, that's fine, right? But if you're okay, I'm saying don't join 3, 4 classes, guys. No point, right? Because every teacher, if the teacher is good, if you're also okay, then what? The maximum you can get is 100 now. Just because you go for 2 teachers, you can't get 200, right? So trust that teacher, go on with your journey if that teacher is good enough. Okay. And then finally, you need to work hard. Nothing worth it will ever come easy, right? So if you want an island rank, okay, if in very simple terms, right? I'll tell you how many people get A's, right? So from I think from the 100,000 people who write, around, I can't remember the exact number, but somewhere around 5,000, right? 5 to 10,000, right? If I'm not mistaken, get 3 A's. Okay. So if you want to get into that, now remember, just 3 A's is not enough, but let's set at least, let's try to get an A first, right? If you at least need to get into that, right, you need to work hard. Nothing will ever come easy, and there is no shortcut, right? There is never a shortcut to get this done. It has to be hard. So your attitude, first work on that, the can-do attitude. Then you need to be persistent, continuously working on it. Can't be doing it one day, another day off. No. And then it's your hard work, right? Your hard work will come with your motivation, right? There will be days that you wake up early in the morning. I'm not a person who can study at night. So that depends on the person, right? I'm not a person who can study at night. I'm the person who can study in the morning, right? So some days when I really want to get things done, I wake up in maybe around 2 o'clock in the morning and I do study. That depends on your person. Some people will stay up until 2 o'clock in the morning, right? So that will come with you with time. I'm not saying right now you have to do all of that, but eventually that needs to come, right? Because if that doesn't come, then there is a problem. My island rank, I was the 49th in the island. Just kidding. Okay, so that's hard work. And then there are a few things to go. Okay, your time frame now, right? So I'll just let you know for econ. Okay, okay, guys. Just wanna check with you all. Okay, let's have a. Okay, give me a second. I think I have a poll. Okay, I'll. Okay, sorry, not question 2. Can you all answer question 1? If you all see a poll, what do you think you could achieve at your highest potential? If you do your level best, right? What do you think you can achieve? An A, a B, a C, or a S? You can answer on the poll. Can't see a poll? Is okay, we'll talk about econ. Hmm? No, can't see a poll. Why don't I see any answer? Can you see something on screen? Can see? Can't submit? I want an answer for the first one, ideally. The first question. Okay, I have a few people submitting. Poll is not working. Okay, can't submit unless you answer all questions. Okay, answer all questions then fine. Answer all questions. Okay, first one is what do you think you could achieve at your highest potential? If you do your level best, what you could achieve? Right now, question 2 is right now at which level you are. And number 3 is which unit are you doing in school? Okay, the untitled question, you can just leave it. I put that for something else, but okay, that just put any option that you like. That's fine. Just answer the poll. One is what do you think at your highest level what you can achieve. 2 is right now at which level you are. 3 is which unit are you doing in school. Untitled question, answer anything. Because you select everything. Select everything and then you can submit. Okay. Okay. 90 of the 136 I've done. Do you want a bit more time? 70% have voted. Okay. I'll wait for around maybe like 100 to vote. Anyone else, guys? I hope there is a poll on your screen. Just answer. Don't leave the fourth question, guys. Just add any option. That's fine. Fourth question, just add anything that you all want and answer. Small mistake on my end. Okay. Right. So we'll just look at the numbers here. Okay. There are still people answering. 1, 2. Okay. There's 113. Okay. Not much. Others no. Fallen asleep. Can't see the screen. Fine. Okay. I'm ending it. Okay. So in basic terms. Okay. First one. The highest that you could achieve at your okay, so I'll just share the results as well. You want to see? Okay, so these are the results, how it looks like. Okay, the highest that people think, right, that they can achieve is there. Everyone thinks that if they do their level best, they can get an A. I cut off the F because I think your highest is never an F, right? Okay. Good to see that there is no COS also. So people think if they do their highest, they can get an A. Some people a B. Fine. Right now, which level you all are? Most of you all have gone with a C. Okay. For the people who are at A right now, excellent. Keep it up, right? Keep it going. Definitely target for an island rank. Don't settle for anything less. Right now, people at a C. I'll tell you all of this, right? All of these people, whether you are at A, B, C, S, or a F, you definitely can get back to A. Okay. Now, when we are targeting, right now, even when I'm teaching, I set realistic goals, right? First of all, I don't talk about an island rank. First of all, the motivation is to get for an A, to come to the 75. Once you get to the 75, then let's talk about getting to 90. Because all of a sudden, when I teach one person who does not know anything to go to the 90, then there is a problem, right? So first we start easy, the 75, then we go to 90. Okay, which unit you are doing in school? Okay, luckily no one is doing unit number 1. Okay, most of them are in unit number 4. Wow, there are some schools in unit number 8 and beyond also. Really, have they finished syllabus already? I'm guessing you are in 2022, doing levels in 2022 next year. You have finished unit 8 also. Wow. I'm hoping your teacher is going, he's either doing a very good job or she's doing a very bad job, right? Either one of the two. Okay, okay, untitled question is nothing. Okay, just to, that was just to see where you all are. Okay, where are you? Okay, you're doing unit 10 now. Are you doing LLs in 2022 or 2021? 2022 people doing unit number 10 is okay. So if you are doing unit number 10, have you understood all the other units? Okay, no problem. Okay, where are we now and where are we heading? Okay, we are here. Forget about everything. Forget about everything that you've done. No matter what level you are, okay, you might be at a 0 level. You would have never learned econ before. Would have been somewhere. Some of you all are at a level of an A, right? You all think you all can do this, right? And then whatever said and done, no matter where you all are, you'll have 13 months, right? You'll have 13 months to kind of change the thing. Where I am in my class, I'll let you all know, guys. Definitely worth doing, do it. I didn't do it, but if you all want to do it, no problem. You can learn something. What's stopping you all? Okay, 13 months. Okay, I'll tell you, and I'll give you a small plan for econ, and this is what I am actually going to do for my theory and revision class students as well. Okay. Okay, first of all, before you get anything done, you need to know your syllabus content, right? Without knowing the syllabus, how can you know? Okay, how many units do you all have in the syllabus? At least you all should know that. How many units? At least count the boxes here. No, count the boxes, you will get 11 boxes. There's 12 units. Okay, there's 12 units in your syllabus. The first 6 units, right? These units here is from your grade 12 syllabus. Okay, and this BS, guys, I don't have the time to do it. Even I'm wondering if I can finish all what I have to say also in these 2 hours. Yes. Okay. Most interesting unit, I'll say these units get interesting. The grade 13 units are tough, but it's interesting, very practical. Okay, if you understand it, it gets good. The tougher it is, the interesting it gets for me though. Because sometimes when it's too easy, also boring. You know, You understand very easily. The more harder it is, the more interesting it gets. Okay, so 6 units for grade 12, 6 units for grade 13. If you're wondering why is there only 5 boxes here, these are my tute covers, guys. For my tutes, I just put it because it looks nice. Uh, Unit 11 and 12, I give one tute. So that's why we have 5 tutes here, right? So there is ideally 12 units in your syllabus, right? I'm hoping by now you all know the names of the units, everything. You all are kind of okay, right? Then what do you need? So first of all, let's forget about the island rank first. Let's forget about getting that 90, right? We'll go there. We have time for that, right? Before we get into that 90, we'll first look at a 75, right? You can't be targeting, you can't be hitting the moon without first at least going a little bit up. No. So let's first target on getting a 75. Okay. Getting a 75, guys, is actually very easy. Okay. So from your paper, to get 75, you need to get 150. Yes, 75 out of 100 means 150 out of 200. That you all know. So you need to get 150 out of the 200 if you really want to get an A. So there is 50 other marks that you can get wrong, right? Completely wrong. You can get, still that is fine. Then last term marks schools in A levels. I think I had around 80 something. There was days I got zero also, got caught copying. Not copying, I was helping a friend and I got a zero. Okay, how do you get the 75 now? Okay, to get the 75 or to get the 150, you need to get from your MCQs. You all know your paper one has 50 MCQs. From that MCQs, you need to get a minimum of 38 correct. 38 out of the 50. Okay. And from your part two, you all know there are 5 questions that you need to write. I'm not going to talk about the paper structure, guys. I'm hoping by now you all know your paper structures. From the 5 questions that you're going to write, out of 20 marks each, you need to score at least a 15. So you all know your question has subparts. So maybe even one entire subpart, even if you did not know, if you did all the other subparts, you still can score 16 marks, right? So 15 out of the 20 for the essay question. If you can do that, you can get your A. Now this might look a little hard, no? How can I get 15 out of 20? How can I get 18 out of the 50? Sorry, 38 out of 50 MCQs. I'll show you why is it not hard or why is it a very easy thing to get. Okay. Okay, look at this now. Okay, I'm not very sure if you all can see this screen clearly. Is it clear enough? This is like a big picture that I try to compress. No? Okay, if it's not that clear enough, just okay, I'll try to zoom in a bit. Okay. If you're in a laptop, maybe it will be a bit more clearer. I'll zoom in a little and I'll go through. Okay. Right. Now this one is your past paper that I have analyzed. So for every unit I have analyzed, I kind of can what figure out what they might ask in your year also, not 100%, but to some extent. Okay. So this is the year in 2011, right? We just look into the questions from unit number 1. Okay, I'm not put all the units. I just put unit number 1, the analysis of what type of past paper questions came. So unit number 1, okay. Okay, if you look at this, you all know there is around 5 subparts for your question, right? So 5 subparts. So question 1, part 1 was on basic economic questions: what to produce, how to produce, whom to produce. Question 2 was how to answer those basic economic questions. So likewise, I have for each question I have figured out what and what they ask, right? So likewise in 2012 also it's there, 13 also it's there, 14 also it's there. Now you all must be wondering what are these colored boxes, right? Now, okay, yes guys, question 1 is always from unit number 1. Now when you look at this, I'll zoom out a bit, right? Now if you see this, right, 2000, if you do your past papers, if you have done all your past papers, because in my class we'll definitely be doing 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's say, let's assume that you are doing your A levels in 2019. Let's assume, right? Let's assume you were doing your A levels in 2019. So until 2018, all the past papers you could have done. Okay. Now look at the first question in the 2019 paper. 2019 paper, the first question was on scarcity and PPC. In the past years, look at the other yellow boxes that is there. Same question was asked in a different way. In the 2017 paper, it was there. In the 2015 paper, it was there. In the 2014, it was there. In the 2012, it was there. So if you have done your past papers, if you have done these 12, 14, 15, and 17, if you have done the 4 questions, you're getting a very similar question in your 2019. So can't you score 4 out of 4 for that? Very easy question, right? Scarcity PPC, same question that has come before, change the words. Then question number 2, production allocative inefficiency, that productive and allocative efficiency thing. Where, see how many times have they tested that before? They tested it in the, sorry guys, this is not the 2019 paper, this is the 2020 paper actually. Okay, sorry, this is the 2020. Okay, so think that you're doing the 2020 paper. Okay, so in the 2020 paper, the second question was on productive and allocative inefficiency, right? So then look at, it was there in the 2019 paper, economic efficiency. It was there in the 2015 paper, economic, you all know productive and allocative is economic efficiency. It was there in the 2013, it was there in the 2012 paper. So can you see that it is the same question? Guys, econ is a subject that has not changed. All of these PPC to whatever theories are theories that were formed 100 years ago. All the questions that they can ask from the unit has already been asked. There is no new question that they can ask. I'll show you a new question they ask because they have no other option, right? And then the other question, functions of an economic system. Okay, so again was here. This look at all the pink boxes that is there. Done. And this was the new question. This was definitely a question that I taught my students also. 2020, I told them for sure that this is going to come, and it actually came. So my students were well prepared for this as well. That was on PPC and COVID-19. How is this corona situation affecting the PPC? Not something that they've asked before, but something that I definitely told my students that will come. I gave them an answer. I gave them everything. They also happily went and wrote it. Okay. And the final one is about division of labor and things like that. So that was also asked not many times. It was asked in 2013, only once. But whatever said and done, all the questions that came were questions that were tested before, apart from the COVID-19 that we practiced and went. So in a question like this, do you all really think that scoring 15 is hard? Is 15 hard? If you did A levels in 2020, if you have done your past papers, if you have gone to a proper class and learned it, is that 15 even a problem to you? No, right? Is it? It can't be challenging. It can't be an issue at all, right? Same story with all the other questions, guys. Question 2, 3, 4, 5. You tell me, right? You tell me, guys. There is no number of times that you do the past paper. The more the times you do, the better, right? You tell me if you can properly do it. If you can properly do it with a plan, what is the problem then? Why can't you score that 15? Trust me, MCQ is also same story. I can't show you MCQ analysis in this. I'm just showing you the essay question. 15 out of 20. If you can't, if you have done the past papers, if you have a proper theory and revision note, if you have gone for a proper teacher, right? Scoring that 50 out of 20 is nothing. So first, let's target on that. Before we get into the island track, before we get into the 90s to the 95s, we'll first look at scoring a 75. So this is the foundation that I'm setting you all on whatever that you all are doing. First target on the 75. Any 3 subjects that you all are working on, your first target has to be 75. I am focusing mainly on econ, but that is what I really know of, right? So based on these things, I can even kind of have some rough idea about what type of questions will come in 2021, because I know each and patterns. There are patterns here inside these questions, right? This year when they ask you this, next year it will not be there. 2 years later it will be there. So some patterns like that are there. So those are the things that I usually focus on towards the end. I don't give that very early itself. Then there is no point. Towards the end, maybe when we are before A levels, we do a few mock exams. Towards those mock exams, I definitely try to, I'm not saying the exact paper will come, but I try to predict it to some extent. At least the topics, I try to put it out so that students can do that. So that has to be your first target. Okay, your first target is the 75. All right, can do that somehow. Fine. Let's make sure we work on that 75 first. Okay, and then okay, on my plan, this could be your plan also, right? So I'll let you all know because I'm starting a new revision class, right? That is for all my theory students that I'm starting a class. So this is mainly for them. For others also who are interested, you all can definitely join. I'll This plan could be a same plan that you all could have while studying also. Okay. I'll just let you all know the plan. Listen very, very carefully. Okay. Right now, where are we? We are here, July 2021. From July 2021 to July 2022, that's the end of July, how do I take you to a score of a 95? That is what my motive is. That I'm pretty sure that you can't score 100 or 100 because there will be some question that comes from nowhere, or you will make at least a careless mistake. So 100 or 100 is a little hard. Will be very basic. We'll say 95. How I take you step by step towards that 95 is what I'm going to explain. Okay. Currently, I have a theory class that I do. Yes, obviously, most of you all, not most of you all, some of you all are a part of it. We are doing unit 6 in July, right? Unit number 6, that is macroeconomic equilibrium. So the theory class, guys, whatever class that I do is fully online, right? Just like this in Zoom. Even if Corona gets better, even if anything gets better, it will still be online. So most of the students I have is also out of Colombo, right? And we do print the tutes and send as well. All of that I'll talk about later. We have this. Okay, so in this theory class, what I do is about teaching the basic concept, putting the basic thing into the student's head. Okay, and then in July, this is what I'm going to for 21 also I do a class. I'll let you all know later. Okay, so in July, that is this time, Monday 5 to 7, right? From next week onwards, next week, this same time, we will be starting a revision class, right? That is going to go, okay, now this theory class and this revision class will go on until March 2022. Remember, I'm not a person who drags the syllabus. By March next year, I will finish the syllabus twice, right? Complete guarantee on my end. Online syllabus will be covered twice, and you all will have all the recordings of every single class that we do. So even if you want to watch it 100 times, you can watch that record, right? So okay, just about the recordings and all, I'll tell you all that later. So all of these classes, right, that we do now, just like this Zoom class that we are doing right now, are recorded and are provided to you. So we have a website, we will give you all that recording. So until you do A levels, even if you miss the class, right, even if you right? Even if you have missed the class, even if you had any function, anything, right? You can always watch that recording, and that is there until you do A-levels. But if you leave from the middle, since we can only allocate limited amount of accounts, after a month that you, let's say you joined the revision class in July, in December you left, right? You didn't continue until then, in December you left. Then in January you will have the recordings. End of January we will remove it. We will remove your account because we have to give the account to someone new. So that is how it usually works virtually. But if you are continuing until the end, 1 year or 12 months, no, entire recording will be there, which you can watch any amount of times, but you can't share it. The moment it is accessed from multiple devices, your account will get blocked, can't be recovered. But apart from that, if you have one device that you're using, you can continue using on that, no issue at all. Okay, so that is the first plan that we have on finishing the syllabus. So whatever, even when you all are studying, right? Some of you all will definitely be a part of my revision class, but for others who might not be interested, just keep this in mind. Try to finish the syllabus. Try to finish studying the entire syllabus by March. So my goal is to make sure that I teach the entire syllabus twice by March, next year March, okay? Then in the middle, now it's time that we start past papers also, right? So by November 2021, I will be doing another class. That is a free class, right? There is no payment anything. That will start in November. That will go on till around, let's say around May 2022, where I will be doing all the past papers, 2011 to 2020. Every single MCQ, every single essay question, no payment at all, that I will be doing, right? Past papers done. And then right here, at this point, my goal is at this point to bring you to the 75, right? At this point, by March, I'm not going to drag it too far. By 2022, by March, if you can trust me, if you can come to the 75 or even let's say a 60, right? If you can come to that level, guarantee, right? I'm doing this fast track right now with the 2021 batch. It's very effective, right? I have a lot of people who are hitting the 90s now. Okay. With this, I still have halfway to go. This 75, if you can come here, right? This program that I will be doing, the fast track, right? Where I will be going through the syllabus again, not not on the same scale. Per week, we do one unit. One day we discuss the theory, one day we do the hardest questions from that unit. So we have done all the past papers. Now we are doing the hardest possible questions, even harder than A-level questions. And then once we do to every single unit, we do around 15 mock exams, A-level standard mock exams, harder than A-levels. And then when you come there, getting that 95 for your A-level paper is nothing, right? So that is my plan that I have set for you all. The theory and the revision class will be done by March. That is next year by March. All the classes will be done. All the recordings will be there. So until you have do A levels, every single class recording is there. You can play it 100 times and watch. No problem at all. No guys, fast track is not free. Once that ends, there is a different other program that we do. Okay. And then towards the end also I do this. Once the past paper session is over, I have individual doubt clearing, right? Because there will be students at different levels. Some people will have some questions. So on Zoom, the student and me, right, we will clarify whatever doubts you all have, and we will push you all to the highest possible level, so that you start right now, you are at a good level. But I feel really bad. There were a few students who joined from nowhere. They joined the fast track. They were not my part of my revision or theory class. They joined the fast track. In their school, all syllabus is not over. In the other class that they go, the syllabus is not over. They are a little lost now. Still, the syllabus is not over with 3 months to go for A levels. That is a problem. Right? I finished it in March twice, done and dusted. So all my students who were there from the beginning of the revision class, they're at a very good level right now, right? You can talk to any of them who were there from the beginning, huh? Not who joined last month, but who was there from the beginning, that is very good level. So that is my plan for econ, and even y'all, right? Some of you will definitely, I've already joined the revision class, right? You can join the fast track and get that mark. Yeah, guys. Now, okay, I'll give you a solution. Now, right now, you all must be wondering, okay? Now, this theory class, you have, now, revision class, we have not started. That is starting in Monday, next Monday, right? You all can join from scratch, unit number 1. Now, this theory class, you have a problem, right? You have a problem saying, we are in unit number 6. How do I catch up the other units? If you really want to get it done, right? If you're a really determined person, I have my 2023 class, right? 2023 A-level class, not your batch, that's after that. I'm starting a class for that, right? I'm starting a class for that. If you register as a 2022 revision class student, you can come for free for that. You can come for free and you can learn for that. If you want the tute, you can pay a 200 extra and get it. But otherwise, you can come for the class and you can learn. So even if you are at zero, if you have learned nothing of econ, you still can come for that class, the 2023 class, and you can get it done. Yes, guys, you can join with the fast track, no problem at all. That is later, okay? That is later. I'm just telling you now. So right now, there is a revision class that is starting. So along with the theory class, by next March, we will completely finish syllabus. You all also have a plan like that. You all might join my theory class, revision class, anything. But even if you all are going to anywhere, see by March, right? By March next class, if you all can come to a 75. Is the 2023 class free? It's free if you are paying and coming for the 2022, right? Not otherwise. Okay, I'll tell you all the times and all. Give me a second. That is the plan, right? Just check if the teachers that you're going to also have a plan, because I feel really bad for some students because they are part of my fast track and they say, sir, my teacher has not even covered the syllabus. Guys, it's around July. It's right now it's July, 3 months to A levels, and they've not covered the syllabus is a very, I know it's a very bad thing to kind of put the student in. So y'all also look into a situation where you can come into this 75 by March. If you can come for that, obviously you can definitely go to the 95 in the last 4 months. All right. Okay. So I'll just tell you about my class a bit. What do you get, right? So my guarantee to you is I will cover the syllabus not once, not twice. I will cover the syllabus thrice. theory, revision, and a fast track. The syllabus will be covered thrice before you get into A levels. That is not the biggest advantage. The biggest advantage is all of these classes are recorded and you have the recording with you. So even 6 months down the line, if you can't remember unit number 1, you can definitely go and watch that recording. That recording is there with you unless you have shared the recording with someone and your account is blocked. Otherwise, the recording will definitely be there with you if you are there. Okay. So if you leave within 1 month, like I said, your account will get removed because we need to give that account to someone else. But other than that, right, the recording is there. Even if you miss something, you can definitely go and watch. So you will never miss a class. That is the biggest advantage we had in the physical class. Something happened, I missed a class. Now, entire unit I can't understand now, right? So because of this, you will never miss a class. Any doubts, even after class work, can stay and clarify everything. You all could do. That is number 2. Then number 3 is that you get your printed tute, guys. I don't send PDFs, right? I will be sending you a printed, complete tute to your doorstep at no extra cost. It is covered in your fees itself. Covered in your fees itself. There is no delivery cost that you have to pay. There is nothing else that you have to do. No, guys, I don't do any physical classes. It's only online. Okay. Okay, I'll come to the numbers. That is number 3. And then number 4, again, this is my guarantee, right? If you have not learned the unit before, now remember in my theory class, I'm in unit number 6 now. So if you feel that you are at 0 level, that you can't do what anything, so the tutes and all, no matter which place you are in the country, right? Even if you are in Jaffna, the tutes will be couriered, no cost at all. Okay, that is that. This one, if you have missed, now let's say you join the revision class now, but theory unit 6, you feel uh, you can't get it done. If you join that also, guys, on the groups, I will not be sending PDFs for registered students. I'll be sending the printed tute, printed. So before every class you come, you have a printed version with you. So if you feel that you have missed, even current theory students, right? Anything that you feel that you have missed up, you can join with the 2023 class for free, given that you are registered student for 2022. Okay, that is again a biggest benefit that I can give you all as well. And finally, right, as I don't play around with anyone's money, okay? Because I know the hardships that I have gone through to pay fees to everything, right? So anyone who is not sure of you might be not sure of how I teach or anything. First class definitely you can come for as a free trial, right? If you want to continue, you can definitely pay and continue. Pay the fee, you will get the tute. At the end of the month, if you ever feel that I wasted my money, I did not learn anything from this teacher, right? It was just a waste for this, right? I will give you all a money back guarantee, right? A money back guarantee. I'll come to the payment, guys. A money back guarantee is there. As every single class has a tute. Revision class, theory class, everything has a tute. So there is a money back guarantee that can't come 6 months later. Okay, that is the first month only. You come for 1 month. If you're not satisfied with my teaching, all the amount that you paid, you can keep the tute also. I will bear that cost, no problem. Entire money I will refund. So you have not wasted your money. Only thing maybe, but you have to come for class. Huh? You have to come for the 4 classes. You can't just come and say you want the money back. Come for class. If you have not understood anything, if you feel it was a waste, a money back guarantee is also given, because I hate to, because I know it's everyone's hard earned money. I know what my parents went through. So I don't want to waste any single person's money. Obviously, I can't do it for free. This is not a charity that is being done. So there is a fee. But if you feel that it was not worth it, you will get your refund guaranteed. Right? Okay. Okay. The fee for all questions for everyone who's been asking. Okay. So 2022 theory class that happens on Thursday 7 to 9, because I've kept the fee at a very minimal level, 1008. I know there are some teachers who must be charging a bit higher. Currently, I don't know, there are classes at 2500 also, but I charge 1008. Inside this 1008, your tube printing cost, your tube delivery cost, everything is included. So there is no additional cost that you have to pay for your tube delivery or anything else. It's just 1800. Okay. If you're joining the revision class that is starting next Monday, there is another 1800. Okay, so that's 1800 for theory, 1800 for revision, total 3600. But I understand if you're joining for both, there is a discount. So if you're joining for both theory and revision, you don't have to pay 3,600. You can simply pay 3,000. So current theory students, you all are already paying 1,800. To join the revision, you need to pay 1,200, only 1,200 more. There is a separate tube, there is a separate class that we will be working on. That is for the 2022 theory, 2022 revision. Now, like I said, I told you all that you all can come for free for the 2023 theory class also if you are a part of this 2022 class. So that is free. That will happen Wednesday 5 to 7, right? The monthly fee will be free for 2022 students. For 2023 students, there is a fee that is 2,200 a month, guys, right? For the 2022 students, it will be, that's the times, that is the fee. If you're coming for both, it's only 300. I think it's on my end. I think past papers will be free, guys. There will not be a cost for past papers. So that will be the fee. I think I've been very reasonable. I think I'm not doing, but I think most of the other some places, a proper class, not a this class, right? A proper class with a proper tube to a proper teacher, right? I should usually the charge is a bit more higher than this. I've kept it a little bit lesser, but that's all that I can do on mine. That's the least I can do. It's up to you all to, if you all feel it's too high, perfectly fine. You can look into another teacher. That's no issue at all. But no matter which teacher you all go, right? Get it done. All 3 days surely will you conduct a class? Yes, guys, I do the class. Unless there is an emergency, even if there's emergency, I'll do it another day. The recording will always be there. Guys, don't worry about missing a class ever, right? Because every single class is recorded. You have the recording until you do A levels. You can watch it even 100, 200 times, no problem. So don't worry about missing a class. In case there is some emergency, if I shift a class, yes, you can come for that shifting day also. You miss it also, recording is there. Don't worry at all. Okay, so that is my guarantee that not a single class will be missed on your end. Okay, and then yes, guys, you can join only for revision, no problem, right? So guys, for all of these, you all will be added to a group, right? Recorded sessions are not on YouTube, guys. It's on our website. That is some past papers that I have uploaded on YouTube. YouTube, that's a different story. I'll come to that later. Past papers, yes, is in November. Okay, so these 2 classes, I will finish the syllabus by March, right? Fast track will start next year, March, guys. That will not start now. So I'm not talking about that now. I'm talking about the current classes that is going on. 2022 theory, the 2022 revision, which is going on. You all can join. Recordings are given. So what's given 100 times, that's fine, but don't share. Your account will get blocked. Okay, done. Then the time. So I've decided, right, to give in. Okay, so whoever who is interested in joining the revision class, or if everyone, right? This revision class we are starting next Monday. There is a 1,800 fee that is there, but we'll have a quiz. There is okay, only 119 people now. The top 5 people is a MCQ quiz, right? The top 5 people who score the highest points, I'll give you all a free scholarship for month 1, not entirely for the 12 months. For month 1, you can come for free. I will bear the tute cost. I will bear the delivery cost. I will give you all the tute as well. You will get the recordings also. No difference. You come for free. The top 5. Are we ready? I'll tell you all how it works. Challenge accepted? Yes. You're in the top 5. You're in. That month is free for you. July is free for you. Okay. How does this scout work? So listen very carefully if you want to be a part of it. Okay. This is a online website that we can have quizzes. You need 2 devices, right? So one device to look at the question, one device to enter the answer. Okay. So can you, I'll give you, okay, I'll explain the other things also. Then I'll give you a bit of time to get the 2 devices. It has to be, so if you're on your phone, probably another phone. If you're on your laptop, then you can use your phone to answer. So one phone to look at the Zoom screen right now, like you're looking, that is where the question will come. In your other phone, you will answer. You need 2 devices. You can't play it with one. So ask your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. If you're on a laptop, then your phone. You need 2 devices. Okay. Yes, guys. So you can be on your PC and phone also. No problem at all. Okay. And then, okay. Right. Give me a second. Once, okay. Take a few seconds. Can you all find in a device find the device until I load this. I'll tell you all how to log in step by step. Don't worry at all. Okay. Yes, don't worry, guys. I will not start until you all come. Don't worry. Okay, so get another device, get hold of another device. And now what you have to do is listen carefully. I'll repeat it like 5-10 times. Okay. You have to go to this website in your phone, in your second device, right? You have two devices now. In your second device, go to this website that says www.kahoot.it. KAHOOT.it. Okay. Give me a second. My video looks like it's getting stuck. I'll off it and on it. Okay. I'll okay. Give me a second. The game pin is also loading. Right? Okay. So this is what you have to do. You have to go to this website www.kahoot.it and enter this pin. They will ask you for a game pin and they will ask your name. Please have your proper name if you want the scholarship. So in your second device, open your web browser, Google Chrome or anything. Go to the website www.kahoot.it and they will ask you for a game pin. You enter this 6772838. Same device, guys, you can't play because the question will come on this device, right? It will take time though. Okay. So okay, 29 people have joined. I'll give you all time until the others also join. No hurry, right? Is no, I can't read the question because there are calculations and all. Okay, so others, guys, if anyone has any technical issues, let me know, guys. No hurry. I will start when everyone is kind of ready. It's 10 MCQs, guys, not that hard. 10 MCQs from unit 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Okay. So one more thing, you all get points on how fast you answer, right? So the faster you answer, the more points you get. So per question, you get 1,000 points. There are some questions, question number 5 and question number 10, you get double points. You get 2,000 points for that. The faster you answer, the more points you get. Let's say you answer very fast, let's say you get 950. Little slow, even if you got correct, you might get 500. So the more faster you answer, the more points you get as well. Okay? Right, I'll give you like maybe 2-3 minutes. If there's any issues, you can let me know. There's 63 people. There's 111 here in the Zoom. So, no hurry. Get your device and do come. It's a econ quiz, guys, not general knowledge. Yeah, I can wait for a bit. No problem. No hurry. So others, if you really want to win it, maybe start turning your tunes. See, if you remember anything, it's going to hit 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's introduction to economics, market forces, demand and supply. Number 3 is government intervention. I don't think I had much questions from that though. Number 4 is production. This is the 4 units. So we have 72 people. Guys, even I will not lock this quiz. So even in the middle, in case you log out, you can again type the same game pin and come, okay? So don't worry. Even in the middle, if you have a issue, if you log out, you can again type this game pin and come. There is 10 questions. You still can come. Just because you log out, don't worry, okay? Right. Not connecting shape. Okay, there are still people logging in. Okay. Does anyone need time, guys? Anyone needs time? Because if you have only one device, try to. So then you got to go back and come. I think in your phone you can only see the answers. I'll read the question also. See if you can do something. All right. Okay. Anyone needs time? Yes. See. Okay. I'll give you like 2 more minutes. Others, if you're logged in, guys, be on that screen. Don't go back and this thing, because sometimes you can get logged out. Stay on that screen itself, right? On this website, look at your name and look at the other people's name. Try to remember a few names. Can be your classmates in the future. Okay, so look at their names and wait. Don't go back and switch apps, huh? Because it might get stuck. Something might happen. Okay, I'll wait for 1 more minute. We'll start at 6:36. Okay, yes, even in the middle you can join, so don't worry. Even if you leave, come from the middle. Okay. Okay, so we have 79 people. We'll start at 6:36. It's an easy MCQ. It's MCQs, huh? Not essay, no big answers, right? Read the question carefully and answer. Don't be too much in a hurry. But the more faster you answer, the more points you get. All right. Okay. Ready? Yes. Good to go. Good luck. And hopefully the one who is in touch with the syllabus will win. All right. Okay. So I'm starting. Guys, I've not locked it. I'm repeating. Even in the middle, if you log out, enter this game pin and come back. Okay. Starting. Okay, so question 1 is, which of the following factors does not cause a shift in the PPC? Right? Guys, you all must seeing colors in your device. It is the red, blue, yellow, green. In your other device, you might be seeing the answers, the options to answer. Yes. Okay, so I'll have 1 minute every question. Okay. The faster you answer, the more points you get. We usually do have quizzes like this at the end of the class also, and I give the student who wins a reload. Yeah, but here I will not give you a reload. I'll give you something new. I'll give you a call for the first one. Okay, we have 81 answers. Is there anyone else? Okay, you have 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay, so the correct answer is the yellow one, which is the following does not shift the PPC. It's a reduction in unemployment. We'll learn about it. I'm not going to explain the logic behind all of these questions. That is not the point of it now. Okay. Next question. Okay, so this is the leaderboard. So we have Abdul Rahman, Sihabdin, Itisam, Akil, and Janar Turner or Janar Kanna. I'm not sure. I guess the faster you answer, the more points you get. All right. So 934 leading. We go to the next one. Guys, I'll have my video off. I feel it's getting a little stuck. Okay. Next one. Okay. When the price of a good rises, consumer expenditure declines. Under what circumstances could this happen? When the price of a good rises, consumer expenditure declines. Under what circumstances could this happen? You have 15 more seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it's answer number 1. When the price of good rises, consumption declines. Which circumstance is when the good is highly elastic? Every class, yes, usually every 2 weeks we have a quiz like this in our theory class. In the revision class also we can have. Okay, next one. Okay, so this is the leaderboard now. Okay, we have a different person leading. We have Aisha, we have Sabia, Akil, and da 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 da. Okay, so we'll see We go to the next question now. Okay. Question 3. It's an easy one. Short run in the theory of production refers to what? Period not exceeding 1 year, period when some factors remain fixed while others can be varied, period when total cost remains unchanged, period when average costs do not vary. This is a comparatively easy one compared to the last two. Which of this is short run? What does short run mean? You have 30 seconds. Guys, the 5th question and the 10th question is a small sum. You get double the point. So you get that out of 2000. Okay. So be ready for the 5th and the 10th. It will come on screen saying double points also. Don't worry. I'll let you all. Okay. Wow. So a lot of you all got that right. So short run. Good going. Next one. Question number 4. Okay. We'll see the leaderboard. Okay. Leaderboard has changed. We have very tight competition. Okay. Next one. Okay. What is an economic good? Again, a very easy one. Here around 30 seconds to go, but almost all of you all have answered. If everyone answers, it will automatically skip. So I'm guessing some people are still answering. We have 83 answers. 84. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Done. Okay, so most of you all got that right. Nice to see you all getting things done. So what is an economic good? A good that has an opportunity cost. Sorted. Okay. Okay. Leaderboard remains unchanged. We have still the same person at 1. We'll see if the others can catch up. Okay, question number 5, if I'm not mistaken, is double points. It will show up on screen. Okay, so it's double points. You get points out of 2000. Okay, so a decrease in price of X from 50 to 30 causes an increase in demand for Y from 1000 to 1200. What is the cross elasticity of demand XED? 0.5 minus 0.5, 2 minus 2. Get double the points, guys. So be careful. If you get that right, leaderboard can change. 5 scholarships on offer. Okay, so the answer is minus 0.5. I'll not talk about how to calculate, guys. We'll discuss someday in the revision class. All right. But usually in my theory and revision class, after each question we discuss, but here I don't see the point of discussing that. Okay, only 18 of you all got it right. We'll go to the next one. Okay, leaderboard has changed drastically. Okay, so we have Akil number 1 and we have, okay, good going. You have 5 more questions. We are only halfway there, right? There is 5 more to go. Let's see if the tables turn. Question 6. I'll let you all know information, guys, about how to pay the fee and all of it. Don't worry. On the group once this is done. Okay, so you'll have 13 seconds to go. 78 have answered. Not that hard. You need 2 questions. All of these are past papers, which I got from some old past papers. Okay, only 20 of you all got it right. So see how the leaderboards change. Okay, so we have a huge change in the leaderboard again. Okay, so we have guys, the top 5 is the ones who will get this call, right? At the end of the day. Okay, so we have these 5. Go to the next one. 7th question. Okay, 13 seconds, 12 to go. Most of y'all have answered. Okay, so the first one, what effect will fall in computer prices on software market? Is that it will increase the demand in the software market complementary goods. Okay, the first place has changed, but the others remain the same. First and second and third changed, I guess. Okay, next one. Question 8. Okay, you'll have around 10 more seconds to go. All right, so 26 of you all got it right. The price of a good changes, there is no change in total revenue if the demand is unitary last peak. Yes, I think I like looking at the number of answers, I feel there's a lot that you all can learn. Definitely in the revision class, we'll do learn, or whatever class that you all are going to. Please make sure that you learn all of these, guys. These are they're not hard MCQs, are simple MCQs. Okay, again, the things have changed. We're going for the final 2 questions. Question number 9 and question 10 is double the points. Sorry, there was a small connection issue on my end. I think it's okay now. That's 30 seconds. The easy one. $15. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so which the following is a scarce resource. I put the all of the above option at the end, thinking that someone who is very in a hurry would have gone with other options. So all of these guys are scarce resources. Okay. Okay. This is the leaderboard before the final question. So this is the top 5. We have one question to go. That question will give you double point. So it's out of 2000. It's a small calculation out of 2000. So even the person who is not in this leaderboard can end up. Okay, so I'm hoping that you are ready. One last question. Let's get it done. 30 seconds. 15 seconds. All right, so the answer is a minus 0.4. That is to calculate PEB, right? Okay, so I'm hoping that you did well. Okay, so these are the podium ranks. This is person. Okay, in third place you have Isa. That's one score. In second we have Irtisham. Okay, and in first we have Akhil. I think all three of you all are my theory students. Okay, so we have okay Sabiha in 4. Okay, I'll come up with a full list. I think all. Okay, so proud of that. Proud of the fact that it was my theory students. I've not personally, I've not favored them or given them the questions before, but I'm glad that you all are on track. Mean. All right. Let me see if I can get the top 5. I'll get the top 5. I'll post the top 5 on the group. Okay. Okay. So okay. Okay, let me see. I'll look at your marks, right? If the top 10 deserves it, right? If you all are in the top 10, maybe get a screenshot and keep, right? I'll consider because I wanted someone new. I want to see some new faces, but a little bit proud that it was my theory students who done well. I be very honest, I have not shared the questions with them. Uh, Second is I want to see a new faces, so we'll see if I can get in call for the others also. We'll see what we can do. But 10 calls, that's a lot of money on my end also. Uh, right. Okay. Back to this. I'll get back with the results on the group. Okay. So whoever who has got who were in the top 5, right? And in the top 10 also, if you're in the top 10, I think you all can see your position. Top 10 people, can you all see your position? Or doesn't it show a position? It shows your position, right? So I think all of you all would have got your position at the end. Okay, so I'll get it from the results. Don't worry. Okay, right. That's basically it from my end. Okay, let me. Okay, we have a camera on now. A little bit scared because sometimes my Zoom gets stuck and the entire thing goes off. Right. Okay, so that's basically it from my end. Okay, it was nice to have all of you. I'm so glad that I was able to finish on time. I was a little bit scared that it might take a little bit longer, but on time we have 6 more minutes. So final notes. Okay, on the classes once again, since there was many questions on the chat box, anyone interested, I will drop a message on the path to this thing as well. If your friends are also there, you all can call them as well. The first class, you all can come as a free trial if you all want to see how I teach, how my teaching methods are, whether you all really understand. The first class, you all can come for free, right? In class also, we do have a bit of quizzes like this, but not every week, usually once in 2 weeks because it takes a little time. Uh, that's it. Any questions that you all have, guys, you all can stay and kind of clarify. I don't have much time. I need to give off this Zoom account by 7:15 though. I'll drop in a message on the group. This is my number. This is my WhatsApp number. Feel free to WhatsApp me anytime with any class related questions. I will drop, and I'm also the admin in your WhatsApp group, right? I'm also the this thing. Right, current theory students on how you all could join, I'll let you all know. Repeating, class fee is 1,008 a month for the revision class and for the theory. Joining both, it's 3,000. I'll send in the screen, this presentation also on the group if you all want, so that maybe not the entire presentation, maybe these important slides, I'll send it in a, I'll send as a picture into the group if you all really, really want. All right, so that is it from me. It was great to see so many of you all here, and I'm hoping that your 2 hours was worth it. Please do remember, with the right attitude, with everything with yourself, you can definitely get it done. Right? There is no looking back. You can definitely get that island rank. Any help down the line, if you all need, right? Do drop me a text. I'll help you all out with that. All right. So all the very best with your upcoming journey. You have 1 year to go. Change things around. Let today be the day that you change things around. Maybe 1 year later, after you've done with your A levels, or maybe if you've got your results, maybe you would have never been a student of mine. But maybe when you get your results, do drop me a text and let me know that you were here, you were there as a part of this seminar, and you learned something and it helped you somewhere. In case it did, do drop me a text once your results are out someday. All the very best, guys. See you. Have a good night. See you guys. Good night. Bye. Hoping that you all are feeling motivated. That was the whole goal of it. We'll get things done, guys. 1 year to go is a lot of time. See you guys. Welcome. Bye. Quiz was fun. We'll have more quizzes probably in the revision and theory class. Welcome, guys. Good night. Bye. All right. So I'll end the recording from here. If you have any questions, you can stay and clarify. See you guys. Good night.